Hello, my name is Walker Thompson, and welcome again to another When to Manage Best Practices in the Back Office episode. Today, we're going to look at something real small, a real small feature that helps make a manager's life easier. And let's face it, if we can give a manager part of their day back, we've done some good things for managers. All right, let's get into this thing. First off, what is a manager's day like? Well, I'd say it's pretty much just like this. A lot of little processes wrapped up into little systems. So for example, scheduling, right? I've got to do a scheduling task. That's one of the boxes here, and that contains perhaps, or I utilize an Excel spreadsheet. Maybe I use that system. Maybe then I have to jump over to ordering because I need to be able to, make my guests happy with all the new food that I'm purchasing. That's another solution I might have to use, or Excel spreadsheet. So a manager's day is really sometimes a jumbled mess of customer issues, scheduling, ordering, invoicing, cleaning, a lot of stuff going on. Our vision is that we can help a manager's life and an operator's life become more seamless, more collaborative, and more efficient by putting all of these solutions into one funnel, or what we call WhenToManage Back Office. So let's talk about that one little thing that can help make a manager's life easier. Now, we have a scheduling solution. We also have an inventory management solution and an operations enterprise reporting solution. But we're going to talk about the scheduling solution today. And the main thing we're going to talk about is how we make a manager, how we eliminate some tasks from a manager's day that used to be there. Now, what I'm going to talk about is availability and time off control. Now, typically what happens, or how it has happened in the past, is if I'm an employee and I want to change my availability, what do? I fill out a little piece of paper and I hand it over to the manager. And what do I do next? Well, I hope and pray that the next time it goes out on the schedule, that availability request has been approved, or it has been allocated into the schedule. What happens? Manager forgets. Let's go refer back to our normal day for a manager. Hard to remember all those availability requests. So what we're going to do here is enable collaboration. Let's take the task that a manager typically had to do and remove it and pass it on to the one that matters, to the person where it matters the most. Who is that? That's the employee. So let's show how we actually make that happen at WhenToManage. Now, every employee, when they sign up for WhenToManage, will receive a username and password with a location ID. That login screen is how an employee would access their account page. And this is where I would see my schedules being posted. This is also where I would see rules and regulation documentation. This is where I would be able to change my availability. This is where I'd be able to message my team and collaborate with them. But mostly, this is where I'm going to change my availability. So, I see my schedule. I see that I do have some shifts here that I've actually sent over to Mark Jenkins to see if he can pick those up. And Mark Jenkins has received a text message to note that he needs to go log into his mobile device and say, yeah, sure, I'll take that one. So that's another easy task that we can help take care of instead of relying on a manager. Poor manager. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to an availability button here. And this tab is where I'll go ahead and make a new request. As you can see, I got a few pending right here. So when a manager logs into their system, he's going to be able to say, okay, I'll go ahead and approve that, or sorry, Shirley, going to have to deny you on this one. This is your fifth this week. So let's go ahead and add a new one. Let me show you how easy it is for me as an employee to make a slight modification to my availability so that everyone knows. So I'm going to go ahead and say for June 30th, maybe that's not the day. Maybe I want to go, let's say we want to go to the 14th. And we're going to go ahead and make our change all the way to, let's say, the 29th. Kind of a big availability adjustment, but not too big on the hour. So next we're going to see Saturday here. And I'm just going to go ahead and say Saturdays are kind of mostly out for me. And all I do, as you can see, is just click on these little increments here, or I just drag my cursor all the way down. So you can schedule me for late night, but you can't schedule me for the day. And I'm going to say, I've got a computer class. That's it. It's just that easy. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and save my availability. It goes over to the manager. They log in and approve it or not. And I've just done one of the easiest tasks to save manager time instead of filling out a sheet of paper, hoping it gets on the schedule, and arguing with my manager when it doesn't make it. It's that easy, folks. Stay tuned for some additional best practices that we have to keep managers, owners, and operators, franchisees happy.